We're talking about feeling badly, but now we're well again. Charlie's on your way to wellness.
Some people would question this. But
well, I wasn't going to go there. I wasn't going to say that. I was speaking of the physical realm, but I'm glad you're back.
It's so good to see you, and you shower me with all these nice things, wondering how I am, and you make me feel so. Ron doesn't send me anything. I mean,
he doesn't love you as much as I do. I mean, he did, you know. Well, and when you bring in pudding and things like that, I think you get a little love back, don't you?
Yes.
Well, Alan is on the phone from Evansville. Good morning, Alan.
Morning, Alan.
Howdy do.
Howdy do.
Howdy do. I called you one time and asked you about these gourds that I had, those swan neck gourds.
Yes.
I've got some hanging in the basement by the stems. And how are they supposed to turn, or should you not cut into them while they're still green?
How tough are they? How hard are they? How hard are the gourds?
They're hard. They're hard as a rock.
Okay, have you cleaned them out?
No, I haven't cut into them at all, but they're still green. I wanted to know if.
Yeah. Well, if they're hard. Okay, I'm interrupting. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're the garden guy.
Yeah. if they are hard, they are mature, and that's the key. So you can drill into them and clean all of the meat out, because if you don't, it will have more of a tendency where you're storing them to go bad. So you want to get that meat out of them so that can't spoil the gourd you want to save for whatever purpose. So even though it's green, that may be the nature of the gourd that may be its mature color, unless you've grown them before and you know it should be some other color. But I would go ahead and drill them out and get rid of all that material on the inside, let them harden off, and then you can do with them this winter whatever you want. Make a birdhouse, feeder, whatever you want to do.
How do you get that meat out of there, Charlie? Once you drill in, but what are you drawing it out with?
Okay, what do you do when you have a little egg at Easter?
You kind of blow it out of there, but what are you pulling it out with?
Well, you just have to shake it, put some water in there, shake it some more, and just
it'll start coming out.
Make it large enough that that meat is going to come out.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, okay.
I mean, there's no easy way to do it. You just have to manufacture the best way and read about it.
There's probably a YouTube out there about it.
There's got to be.
Well, from Kentucky. Hey, Kentucky girl. Janie's on the line.
Morning, Janie.
Good morning. I was just wondering, how do you transplant asparagus? I've got a big asparagus plant I need to move next spring.
Okay, you're letting it grow now. You haven't trimmed it back. In the springtime, it's the roots that you really transplant. It's not the plant itself. You trim that back and you dig the roots out very gingerly, because they've got a lot of fine feeder roots on them. So be as ginger as you can, kind of shaking the roots off, because that's really what's going to make the plant healthy for this next year. And then you prepare the soil about 8 to 10 inches deep. And you kind of filter out, fluff out all the roots, and you put a little bit of sand and good compost on top of it. And then as it starts coming through that, you put some more and more until finally you get to soil level, or the level of the surrounding ground, and then you let it go. The key is you like to go at least 8 inches deep, and you would do that in the springtime. And your asparagus roots are also available in the springtime for purchase.
Oh, really? Okay. Mm-hmm. John from Princeton is on the phone. Good morning, John.
Morning, John.
Morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
So I had a question. I bought 3 blueberry plants from your local hardware store garden center last year, and there were no buds when I bought them, but they did produce all 3 of them blueberries last year.
Wow.
Then I happened to run into some people that were looking at buying one late in the fall, a leftover plant, and they were reading the label, and it said you had to have at least one different variety to get the pollination to make blueberries. So I was wondering why the heck, because all of mine are the exact same. So I didn't know if these were just pollinating them, or do I need to worry about getting a different variety this year, or what's
one of two things happened. A, it was mismarked You have that a lot. I shouldn't say it, but you do. They're mismarked at the factory before they're shipped. That could be it. And number two, when you have a village, you can raise a child, if you will. You can actually, they will cross-pollinate even from the same cultivar. So you got lucky, and you do need 2 varieties that bloom at the same time to get the cross-pollination for blueberries.
All right. We'll be back with more with Charlie right after this. Give us a call.